Welcome students to Counseling 520 Diversity in Counseling for this term. My name is Dr. Janelle Bettis. I am an adjunct faculty here and have been an adjunct faculty for about a year and a half. Previously, I have taught Counseling 500 and Mental Health 500 as well. Those classes focus on ethics, how to identify legal and ethical considerations, and how to find resources. So I'm sure many of you have probably taken both of those courses. Currently, I am a full-time faculty assistant professor at Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland. I am also the I'm also the program coordinator in the mental health program there. So in addition to being an assistant professor, I enjoy teaching adjunct at other universities, particularly teaching the diversity course. In addition to my experience at Bowie State, where I teach face-to-face courses, I've also taught through online full-time, as well as hybrid courses and face-to-face courses at the undergrad and graduate level as well. So that kind of encompasses my teaching experience. A little bit later, I'm going to tell you more about my teaching philosophy. I want to tell you more about my clinical experience. So I am a licensed professional counselor here in the state of Maryland. I've been a professional counselor going on now 6 years. And I'm also a board-approved clinical supervisor in the state of Maryland. So I can supervise counselors who are seeking their full-time license as well. My clinical experience encompasses doing different settings such as the in-home, clinic, community, school-based work I also did. In addition to that, working with a range of different disorders. So I started off doing work with autistic children within the home, moving into working with as young as 5 years old all the way up until elderly, so 64 and up. I've also worked with different disorders such as, I mentioned autism, but ADHD, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia as well. Now I want to tell you a little bit more about my research interests. So my research interests definitely relate to home-based counseling, in-home counseling. It's a new modality, or maybe not new, but I would say it's more up and coming. You'll find more counselors often are in the community and are doing in-home work when they are first getting out of school, and that's exactly what I did here in the state of Maryland. I started off doing in-home work in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and recognized that it was an area of research that we needed more support for our counselors and clinical supervisors who are providing services to our clients through going into their homes. I'm also very passionate about social justice and advocacy, particularly as it relates to public policy and legislation. My most recent research focuses on understanding how counselors are doing advocacy at the social political level. What are some strategies? What are barriers? What are their experiences? What I'm finding is a number of counselors haven't received the training that they would like, and so my most recent study that I received a grant from the Counselors in Social Justice Division was to focus on providing public policy training to clinical mental health counselors. In addition to home-based counseling, social justice, and public policy, I'm also very passionate about clinical supervision, counselors in training, community mental health, African American women issues, as well as qualitative research is where a good chunk of my research lies. In addition to my teaching, my service, and research, my teaching, clinical, and research, I'm also in a number of different leadership positions. So currently I serve as a member on the American Counseling Association, ACA Public Policy and Legislation Committee. I also serve in a number of different roles for the Southern Association for Counselor Education and Supervision, or SACES, in the Southern region. So currently right now I am co-chair of the Emerging Leaders Program, which I really enjoy being able to be a part of our emerging leaders that are coming up within the ranks. In addition to that, I'm also the co-chair of the webinar committee, and also involved in Counselors for Social Justice, where I'm the Social Justice Task Force, specifically the Social Justice Curriculum Task Force, where we are developing curriculums to, again, help with this training for counselors, for leaders within different communities as well, so a little bit of a broader lens. And lastly, I'm also an advocacy committee member for Counselors for Social Justice as well. Welcome to the course. I am really excited to meet each and every one of you. Reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. I am really excited. This is my first time teaching this course, but I am really excited to teach this course. So I'll see everyone on the net. Take care.